Hi. Oh, my camera did it freeze? Oh, hi. Hi. Um, it might have frozen, but it looks like it's back. So, hello, hello, welcome in. Also, Gala, 45 stream streak is crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And we have, Panty Goblin was first, and our early owls are Gala, Ern, Malachi, and Jaylee. There might be one more. I'm going streaking. Also, guys, I'm sick. Remember last week when I was like, I don't know, I'm hoping it's just because I'm leaning my head down a lot. Um, I'm sending it to you on Discord. Okay, great. I would love to hear your news. Um, well, I'm sick and I spent all weekend sleeping. So please tell me about your amazing weekends so I can live vicariously through you because I was sleeping pretty much the whole time. Jaylee, that's so cute. I love it. And I wanted you to get a good reaction for me, but I did know that she was going to ask you. It's so cute. I love it. It's so cute. And also, she put some good stuff in there. I did know, but I wasn't gonna tell you. Okay, so basically, yes. For those that don't know, Marley is engaged to be married, and Jaylee is Marley's sister. And Marley asked Jaylee to be her maid of honor, and I could cry. It's so cute. I did know, yeah. But like, I'm not gonna tell you. It's a surprise. If I told you, she would have killed me. She would have killed me. So, but yeah, so we love that. I feel like if I were to get married, like, okay, so when I first got engaged, my sister and it's not that we weren't close, but like, it was like, she's younger than me. So up until like I started dating more seriously, I was like, honestly, my sister's lucky if she gets invited to my wedding. And then as it grew, I was like, okay, yeah, of course she'll be there, but like I don't think she would be my maid of honor. And that's what I learned because like in my family, weddings aren't really like a big deal. Like I don't want to say they're not a big deal, but like a lot of people don't get married in my family. I don't know. It's I could count how many weddings I've been to on one hand, probably. Um, I barely looked at it when she gave it to me since we were at the kids' party. Yeah, and I didn't want to cry there. But I looked at it again and Deb cried. Yeah. Yes, Sunny is her name. So people kept asking me about her name, which was really sweet because like people were like interested. And I was like, that's really sweet. Her name is Sunny. Um, but yeah, so I was like, I learned that people like have their sister as their like maid of honor. Ada, you got the last early owl of the day. I'm so glad that you did. What inspired Sunny? So, yes, that's a great question. And you might already know, which is why I think that you're a great mod. Um, but we have Drizzle, which Drizzle is what I like to refer to as my clown brother. Um, and he was my mother's, and she gave him to me. And he is from 1984, so that's why he's my older brother. Um, and so we love Drizzle. He's so sweet and cute. And then because I had named this clown Drizzle and call him my clown brother, when I was coming up with a name for my clown persona, because my clown persona didn't really have a name. Some people called her like Britney Bop, and like some like people would just call her random stuff because I didn't have a name for her. So when I was coming up with a name, I was like also kind of trying to play off of Drizzle, but she has like a rainbow vibe to her. So I was like, oh my gosh, Rainy is a really cute name. Let's go with that. So we have Rainy. And then I was like, okay, so she's like bright and sunny and rainbow and all this stuff. And we have Drizzle, who's carrying an umbrella. So if I make a like alternative persona that's like more of like a black and white jester kind of vibe, it would be really fun to name them Sunny, because then it's like kind of ironic, you know? And so that was just gonna be my like, I was gonna dress up as Sunny. And then when I found that out that well, when I found out, as if I didn't decide it myself. When I decided I wanted to make a puppet, I was like, oh, this would be a great concept for the puppet. So the puppet is Sunny now. And so yeah, so that's the lore behind Sunny. She is basically a part of the Rainy Drizzle family. This is how she's looking right now. She looks a little scary, but she looks less scary when her mouth is closed. When her mouth's open, I feel like she could kind of look a little scary a little bit. But she's so cutie. She needs a lot more hair. She's like bald back here, but this is like the vibe. This is like what she's gonna look like when she has all her hair. So, yeah, we're working on it. We are working on it. But yeah, so I'm sick. So if I sound congested today, or if I like have to not talk for a little while, that's why. But I did take medication. This is what I've been taking. Mucinex Sinus Max, pressure, pain, and cough. And it works like a charm. It works like a charm. I don't have tea, but I've been drinking Propel. So I have my regular water, as always, and then I have a big old glass of Propel, which is like Gatorade, basically. So I've got this, which does actually, like, you know when your throat hurts and you go to drink water and it feels bad? This like helps me drink water without it having that feels bad feeling that like regular water has when you're sick. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I've taken medicine. I've taken my meds, my regular meds, and I have Propel and regular water. So we are all good. And then I'm gonna eat some yogurt. It's the Ratio Pro fiber one. So it has 20 grams of fiber and 10, or no, 20 grams of protein, 10 grams of fiber. Which is 40% of my daily protein and 36% of my daily fiber. It's also got 90% of my B12, which is good because I've been out of B12 for a while, and 30% of my calcium. So it's all great. Ooh, lavender tea. Good morning. My internet dropped in the middle of a meeting. Oh no. Is it storming there still? It's off and on rainy here, which is great because it's getting rid of some of the snow, but it's also kind of annoying because it makes me sleepy. Yeah. I have friends that live like in Maryland and they had like tornado warnings, which was crazy. Okay. Maybe I'll like put on like a show while we. Okay, I'm gonna switch to my activity scene. We have a new angle today because I'm gonna be like all up in her head. Let me move this really quick. So, like, for a lot of today, we're gonna be like inside of her head doing like tying things off and stuff like that. Um, so we have this new angle. Um, dreading myself potentially being responsible and going into the office this afternoon. Yeah, like brain surgery. So, we're on the desk. And if I wanted to pull up a like YouTube video while I eat, what would I pull up? I have been watching this video that's like really cute and I think that's what I might put on. Um it's literally so adorable. Y'all are gonna die. Ooh, it's so big. Okay, 1 second. Let me adjust. Why is that not working? There we go. We're gonna have to cut off the edges, and that's okay. Okay. Let me put the link in the watching while I eat. If y'all wanna drop them follows and likes, this video is like getting me through lately. Yes, it's felt ASMR. I love it. It's so cute and relaxing. I think I've watched this video like 3 times. I just know it's going to take me 5 hours to eat this yogurt if I don't do it right now. I mean, it's better than Bryn eating yogurt ASMR, you know? Wait, who's your best friend? Hi. Hi, best friend. We love Indy here. That's so fun. Are they from your area? Like, are their parents there? And they just go to school out in Tennessee? Or did you, like, meet them and they're from Tennessee? They're from Tennessee and went to school here for a bit. Okay, yeah. You have talked about them before, but I couldn't remember. Okay. Now that I've eaten, I can put the video away. And we can start working on this puppet. One second. Did anybody catch that? That was my password. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I have to roll this up. Hello, Virgo Queen. How are you doing today? Okay. Honestly, we like basically need to like turn her head inside out, which I know seems like kind of insane. It is, but I need to like get in here and like do some tying off of strings. Feeling extra grateful and happy. Oh, I love to hear that. I'm doing good. I'm sick. So, not super stoked about that part. But other than that, I'm doing good. Other than being sick, I'm doing good. Kind of put some breaks on my weekend, but I'm happy to have been able to rest and hopefully be better soon. Like, I already feel like 10 times better than I did on Saturday. I'm still not 100%, but I feel a lot better than I did Saturday. And I think that that is like primarily because I just rested. Shocker. I know. I know. Who would have guessed that resting helps you get better from being sick? What do you stand to gain? It doesn't. Oh my god, I have to knot all of these. And I don't even know which one's which. Oh god. My little dark cage. But I'm so glad that you're doing so good. That I love that for you. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. So I'm not like a Facebook user really. I used to be when I was in high school, back in the um early aughts, as they call it these days. Um I went to high school from 2009. Now it looks like my test. That's crazy. Yeah, no, it's her hair. This is her head. It's her hair. But I have to tie it off on the inside because I'm a genius and thought of this lovely way to make hair and then didn't think of the consequences of my actions. Welcome in. Um but yes, so I'm not really a big Facebook user. I went to high school in 2009 through 2013, so I used it back then, but not really now. Um, but sometimes I'll go on just to check and see if like my grandma has tagged me in anything or something like that. So I'll just go on and I've been getting, oh, thank you. Thank you, Indy. I needed that today. I needed that. You know, every 30-year-old needs a 20-year-old friend to humble them every day. Sunny is everyone's sister. 20 for 6 more days, and they're gonna be 21. Officially off probation. Although, considering you're a mod, I feel like you've been off probation for a little while. You got released early for good behavior. Um, I'm on my own probation, that's fair. Yeah. Well, I just released her. 6 days early. Um, for those that don't know the joke there, this chat is 18 plus, but I prefer people to be 21 plus just because, like, I don't want people to like turn 18 and then show up in here because like I feel like that's still like a little young for me specifically, but like you do you, boo. So people that are under 21, I joke that they're on probation. Um and some people have lost privileges being under 21 and in here because they have violated probation. But Indy is like an OG at this point, and a lovely friend, Maud, and earned her spot in this chat regardless of age. So regardless of age plus 18. It still would need to be 18. Play. Yes. I actually also implemented a new command for my Switch 2 campaign. And it's triggered by 3 things. Oh, she posted it right. Oh my god. I love when her timing aligns just right. It's triggered. One of them is Pokopia, yeah. But it has to be like exclamation point Pokopia. It's like it's a command. But it makes it easier and switch to yep. Bliss, it's almost like you're a pro mod and understand a streamer brain. Oh, I could probably pin this instead of the other thing because we're not watching the video anymore. The problem with this is that, like, if I don't tie them, they will fall out. And I don't want her hair to fall out. And I really should just do 2 and then tie them and then do 2 and then tie them. But do you realize how much that disrupts my flow? It's like I've been modding for 7 years. I know. Or like earlier when Ern was like, so tell us about the story. And I'm like, thank you so much for that that very leading question that you know the answer to. I have great mods. Hope you're very rich. Hope you're scared of all the ordinary. What yarn is her hair? I am concerned that I've already gotten rid of the thing, but I don't think so. I think it's in my... I have this, like, scrap trash bag that I have, like, a bunch of different trash from this project in. And I'm hoping it's still in here, but it might not be. But it is the... I can find it online. It's the Michaels brand, the, like, thread and... Loops and threads. Okay, it's loops and threads, and let me find the right. It's not showing the like color that I have online, but let me. Ooh, it might be this one. Oh yeah, I think it's this one. Oh no, this one's too thick. I'm gonna find it. Give me a second. Ooh, it's this one. I remember. And it's in the shade Cinnamon Stick. Yep, okay, I found it. I found it. Yes. Okay. Let me add a command for it actually so that I don't have to do that again. Yarn. The yarn that we are using for Sunny's hair is in the shade cinnamon stick. Okay. There you go. It even has a link. It even has a link. So you can order it if you want. How's the puppet progress going? It's going good. This is her face. We're working on her hair. So I'm currently like digging around in the side of her inside of her head, tying off hair. But we got a question about what yarn we're using for her hair. And also like this came with like a lot of yarn. Like look, this is still the ball of yarn and like look how much is like on her head already. Like it came with a lot. Um so I'm pretty happy with this purchase. But yes. So we had a question about the yarn, so I wanted to find that really quick. But now I'm gonna be digging back around in here trying to tie off her hair follicles. I know that this is not a very visually interesting part of the process, but it's what I got to do right now, unfortunately. You should make her a little brain. What would I make her a little brain out of? Clay? The hair? Well, I mean, her hair kind of is going to act as like a little brain. Yeah. It's definitely brainy vibes in here for sure. Ooh, a cutie in the chat. I'm so glad I got my auto shoutouts set up for my cuties because I unfortunately was missing you all so often. Um which was so sad, but I'm starting to get my shit together. Yeah, if you guys wanted to see, this is like what the inside of her head looks like right now. So it is kind of brain vibes. Um and we're just trying to tie down the hair. So as you see when I pull this, it doesn't come out. But if I were to pull like this, it's gonna oh, this one's tied down. Oh, amazing. Some of them are tied down, which is great, but some of them are definitely not. So I've gotta go around in here and tie a million bajillion times. I let go. She is. Our brains are actually made up of hair. The more you know. I wouldn't be surprised if my brain was made up out of hair at this rate. I die. We've got an ad starting in 2 minutes. So if anybody sticks around for the ad, I super appreciate it. You could also sub to avoid seeing the ad. Or if you have Nitro, you won't see the ad either. I personally prefer Nitro because there's no way that I could financially support as many people as I want to. You've got enough of it. No, I really, really do. Turbo, sorry, not Nitro. Did I say Nitro? I'm sick, guys. Which, like, I totally would have called it that regardless, but, like, let me use being sick as an excuse. What's the good of being sick if you can't use it as an excuse? Is this tied down? No. Actually, where is this one? She's got so much hair. Wait. Here it is. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna try and pull on each of her hairs. Which is gonna be so wild, but okay. Okay. Tied, 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 tied. All of these should be tied, but I'm just gonna check just in case. I think part of it too is last week when I started doing her hair, I was starting to get sick, so I was like trying to just move quickly. And so I wasn't doing it in a very like smart way. I also hadn't changed the angle of the camera yet, so it was sort of like, okay, yeah, that one was not tied down. So now I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna dig around and see if there's a hair that I can tie this to that maybe also isn't tied. I would say that this method is a giant pain in the ass and I wouldn't do it again. If I'm gonna be so honest. I am loving how it's turning out, but from like a productivity standpoint, it's not pleasant. Oh yay, Wi-Fi's back. Yay. Oh, I think this actually is tied down. I just didn't realize. Okay, that's great. Tied down, tied down. Oh, that one is not tied down. I feel like I feel like I've pulled this one out multiple times. How heavy is she gonna be with all that hair? Um, kind of heavy, but not like super heavy, just like not even a pound, like half a pound. Like I think maybe total she might be like a pound, but like I think that's even a stretch. I think it'll be closer to like, but that's also including like her eyes, her mouth plate, like everything. She might be a pound, but not like um the hair is not adding as much as it seems like. It's pretty lightweight for the thickness of the hair. Ooh, that one's definitely not tied down. Where is it? There we go. Alrighty. Tie this one down. Guys, I don't want to I don't know how to tell you this, but I've been playing a little bit of Water Park Simulator offline. I've been loving it. I can't stop playing. I haven't done any hiring though. I haven't done any hiring, and I haven't done any big renovations. Pretty much what I've been doing is just like earning money and like unlocking stuff. Because I want to do like a big renovation on stream, and it's like gonna be so much easier to do that um if I like have money already. And I feel like sometimes like before I like while I'm in this like maintenance phase of the game right now, it's not really that exciting to go through each day. Like nothing really fun is happening each day. Also, I'm not trying to rationalize it. If I want to play it offline, I'm going to play it offline. But um like you're really not missing much. I've sort of optimized the park where I'm at. Okay, amazing. I didn't know I had tied down like every hair. That's so surprising to me. That's actually really surprising. Okay. So cool. Wow. I don't even know what to do with myself right now because I didn't know that I had tied down all the hair. Okay, so I don't think that I want to fill in every single cut that I've made here. I think I want to do it strategically where like I go around in a circle. So like we'll do one here. Oh, wait, I don't have my scissors out. Where did they go? Ooh, there's a knot in here. That's okay. Actually, it might cause issues. Let me see. Yeah, okay. It's causing issues. So we're going to cut this knot out. And then we're going to restring this. I'm glad I caught that. But yeah, I've been super duper loving Water Park Sim, and honestly, like if we get done with this hair in a reasonable time today, maybe we'll play some. I was thinking. I think that could be really fun. Oh my god, that was so much easier than the first time that I did that. I've been playing 5.5 hours. I've played like 5.5 hours to building a space academy. Oh, has it been so fun? I just want to like super upgrade my water park, like kind of. I don't want to say all at once, but like I want to be able to like redo it big time in like a fun way. And I think that like doing some offline grinding is helpful. Um I love that. Yeah, it's hard to get used to, I feel like in 2 point or like honestly any sim builder kind of vibe. But once you get used to it, it's like so fun. Cause you gotta like learn the tools. Oh my gosh. You gotta learn the tools and like what you have like available to you. Oh my gosh, if I have the hiccups, I'm gonna freak out. I think I need to go back to the sports campus because there's a feature that's built into the space one that I don't have unlocked yet. Oh yeah, so that is a thing, at least in museum, where like you do need to kind of go back and forth between the different campuses. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm just done with this one now. It's like you go back and like more story happens. I had to start the space one by firing 5 teachers. Oh, is that was that sad for you? That would be sad for me. Okay, so we got the needle restrung. When I look inside, there you are. I felt like I was gonna go do something. Now I don't remember what it was. Okay. We need like a couple more little cuts. Yeah, that one will be good. That's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in, and then we're gonna tie some of these off because, like I said, some were easy picks, but I had to strategically balance them out, yeah. Okay, so because basically I don't want to have to go through and you're making chocolate chip pancakes. Oh my god, can I have some? How do you make them? Do you mix the chocolate chips into the batter, or do you make it plain batter and then you like sprinkle the chocolate chips on? After you tell me, I'll tell you which one I do. The first one, interesting. So I feel like because I grew up with like kind of a big family, um I do the second one because that way, like, say my grandpa wanted blueberry pancakes but I wanted chocolate chip, my grandma would just like make one batch of the batter and then put the toppings on after, or like in the cooking process. So basically, like, you put the first layer of batter in the pan, starts to cook, you sprinkle on the filling that you want, and then when you flip it, then it's like embedded in the pancake. And it evenly distributes it. But you also get the option of putting other things in there. But both are good. Both are good. Either way, you get a chocolate chip pancake at the end. And that's all that matters. Okay, so we're going to... Why is this doing this? Okay, there we go. Okay, so the process is going to be make 4 hairs and then cut them. Or, like, tie them, I mean. Because we're cutting them as we go. Because I am so sick of whatever business I was doing before where I had to, like, dig around and find hairs to tie together. This way we don't need to worry about it anymore. And we can just... Everything will be tied properly. And then I can stop digging around in her head. I can't wait for us to, like, give her a haircut. Although I'm kind of, like, scared about her bangs because I kind of like them the way that they've been. Like, so her bangs are kind of long. And I've been kind of, like, parting them in the middle, like, giving her, like, little side bang vibes. Ooh. Her eyelashes have been getting kind of messed up in the process of squishing her head a lot. Um, but basically, I've been pushing her bangs like off to the side like this, and I've been kind of liking it, even though what I wanted to do was give her um, like sort of like a baby bang. So I'm not sure. Are we going to braid it still? Yes. She will likely still. I mean, that is cute. I will probably give her baby bangs, yeah. We need something to fill up her forehead. I feel like her forehead being empty is what's making her look kind of scary still. So I do want to fill up her forehead, which is why she has such a big forehead in the first place, is because I knew I wanted baby bangs. So I need to stop convincing myself not to give her baby bangs. But yeah, basically we are building her a wig, basically. So far she has like so much hair right here and then like none on this side. And so we're going to fill in this gap right here a little bit. Not as much as like up here because this is so full. I don't think it needs it. And then we're going to do the same thing here. A very full like front section and then a sparser back section. And yeah, so then and she has so much hair. We're gonna trim it, and she's gonna have I guess if I hold it up here, you can see she's got really long hair. So we're gonna cut it, and she's gonna have like, I would say maybe like, ooh, this one's really kind of short. Oh, these both are short because these were the first ones that I did. So really, her hair might even be as short as like this, which would mean I'm cutting a lot off. But I kind of like it long, which I've realized as I've been doing it. So I might leave a couple of short pieces, but mostly just like trim off the like unevenness. Because I really like her long hair. It is very soft. We actually have a yarn command now if you're looking for the yarn that I'm using. For her hair, it's that. So like, it's not like a regular yarn where it's strands all twisted together. It's almost like a piece of fabric with like fluff like in it, if that makes sense. Like it's almost like its own tube of fabric or fluff. And it's really nice for her hair. And what I love about her hair is that like I want to like do her hair, you know, like I want to like braid it and, you know, like play with it and stuff like that. And I can because she has like so much wonderful, great, luscious hair. That's something that's fun for me with like dolls and puppets is like messing with their hair. Um, Honestly, same for regular people. If you're my friend and you have hair that's like long enough and you will let me touch your hair, I will play with it all you want. I love playing with people's hair. Um Obviously with permission. Don't ever touch people's hair without their permission. PSA. One time I had, okay, so my hair, as you have seen occasionally, has like, it's like wavy. It's definitely not curly. It's like Irish wavy, right? But if I put like gel in it, it can get to be like a little bit more curly adjacent, right? So I used to work at this hotel, and this coworker of mine, I hated him. He was the worst. He's actually the reason that I quit. He just like had like I think he didn't really have a lot of like social skills, but he was like socially inept in a creepy way and not in just like an awkward way. I can deal with an awkward way, but he was creepy. And he asked if he could touch my hair. And I was like, no, absolutely not. So, yeah. He's also the person that gave me a panic attack because, like, he said to this little girl who was with her mom, he was like, oh my gosh, like, she's like so cute, like she's gonna be such like a stunner when she grows up, right, or whatever, something like that, which can be innocent. You know, you can be like, oh my gosh, like you could be like a little model, you know, like I think that it can be innocent, but just like as somebody who's had old gross men say creepy things to me as a child a lot, um it just like it triggered me. Like I don't get triggered that easily, but that did it and I had like a panic attack. And then after he asked if he could touch my hair like a couple days later, I was like, I quit. I quit. Also, I did bring it up to my boss. Well, actually my boss's boss, cuz I was my boss at the time was like so incapable of doing his job. Like he was just like he was as new as I was, but then would like come to me when he had questions. And I'm like, dude, I get paid like half as much as you. Go somewhere else. So I didn't go to my boss for anything. I went to his boss who actually knew my mom. Um and I saw her again and she means well, but like she didn't really like get the vibe that I was getting from this guy. So when I told her, she was just like, "Well, like let's see how it goes." And I was like, "Actually, we are not going to see how it goes," and I quit. So, yeah. Why do people do that? Like you could not appreciate someone's hair visually. And I've noticed that it's especially with like curly hair. Like no one when my hair is straight has ever asked me to touch my hair, which says a lot in its own right. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I'm out of it too. It was right after college. I moved back home and I studied graphic design in college, but when I first went to college, my styles freaks out every time how soft my hair is. Oh yeah, mine also not like how soft, but how thick. Like I have incredibly dense hair. Like it may not even look it, but when you get like if I wanted to dye my hair at a salon, I have to tell them ahead of time. I'm like, okay, my hair is deceivingly thick. You need to like how much will it be for extra product? How much will it be for extra time? Like we can't mess around here. Like you have to I take this seriously. And they're like, it's gonna be fine. I'm like, at least put down for extra time. And so One time I went and had my hair dyed and it was like shorter than this. It was like here. And it took like 6 hours to stay red. To stay red. I need to learn how to braid, but for real, I can't wait for baby girl. Yeah, yeah, like it's if I had like a friend of mine that was like, "Can I touch your hair?" It would be way different than my creepy coworker. Like, no, you can't. Like, no. Hello, Sai. Thank you so much for that med check. I did take my meds, and I even took Mucinex because I'm sick. You majored in oh, I went to college for hospitality. Thank you so much for that. I majored in, but I will hydrate also. I went to college originally for hospitality. So when I graduated and I couldn't find a job in design, I'm like, did I make a horrible mistake? Should I have stayed in hospitality? And so I got a job at a hotel because that's part of it is like where I live is like a tourist area, so it's like all hotels. Um and so there's like a lot of uh job potential. Um but then I started working there and I'm like, okay, no, I did not make a giant mistake. I hate hospitality. Honestly, I'm so excited about how her hair is turning out. It's looking so good, even with her bald spot. Okay, where are all of my... Oh, I do need to take my vitamins. Yes. I know a lot of my friends recently have found out that they're vitamin D deficient. So if anybody needs to take vitamins, now would be the time to do that. Please take your vitamins. It's not just you. I think Ern also found out about it too. Basically, my mods are vitamin D deficient and should take their vitamins. Is caffeine a vitamin? No. Yeah. I wonder if we're gonna get any cheeky earned bonus streams this week because she has RE now. Ern, if you're listening and you're thinking about doing a cheeky bonus stream, I'm down. I'm so down for it. I will be there. No worries. Thank you for shouting out Ern. I love Ern. One of my literal like favorite pictures of myself is with Ern. Where's my phone? Oh, my phone's up there. Where's my... I probably could find it on my iPad. Let me go get my iPad. Who wants to put money on if my grandma texted me or not? I love an Ernst Street, me too. They're some of my faves. When was TwitchCon? Ooh, wait, there it was. This is like my favorite, one of my favorite pictures of myself, which is funny because it's not an angle that I normally like of myself, but just like the vibe of the picture and like the fact that it's me and Ern, I think also helps, but it's so cute. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Maybe down here, this will be better to show you guys. Why is it so blown out? Would it, if it turning down the brightness, would that help? A little bit. Look at us. Look how cute. That's also Gala Walloway's arm, by the way, trying to do bunny ears on us. Yes, I know, right? Oh my gosh, Liz, I missed so many people. Like, there were so many people that I talked to so extensively and still somehow missed getting pictures with them. It was crazy. Like, people I hung out with for days and still don't have a picture with them. Like, I don't even know if I have, like, I might have, like, one picture with Loaf and Mari. And it's literally, like, out to eat. And they literally slept in my room. I love them. As much as, Loaf and I are, like, I feel like we're, like, movie nemesises, where, like, we're actually friends, but, like, it's sort of like Tom and Jerry kind of like villain vibes. Where like I feel like Loaf is always bullying me. Um and then I'm trying to, so I guess he would be Jerry and I would be Tom. And I'm trying to like catch up and like get him back. And but like truthfully, I do trust him and Mari like very a lot. Very a lot. I trust them. Um, if I'll sleep in the same room as you, I trust you. Yes. Loaf needs to stream more, truly. Oh, I was constantly running into Tiffany and hung out and never got a photo. No, literally. And I don't know if you mean, yeah, you know, yeah. Tails. Hello, welcome in. But yes, I don't know if you know her as much. Maybe not. Okay, yeah. I was like, do you mean Spiffany? But then I was like, I don't actually think that you do. So then I was just like, I just avoided it. Because I don't think I got a picture with Spiffany either. Even though I love Spiff. And I also got one of her like special Shrinky Dink things that she was giving out. Like we chatted. And I didn't get a photo. Did I watch the Oscars? No, but I saw a couple clips and I do know the general vibes of like who won. So I know a little bit. Um if you want to talk about it, I'm not like, ooh, spoilers, because I'm pretty sure I know like everybody that won that I was interested in knowing about. Okay, her bald spot's getting smaller, and then she has a whole bald half of her head. But I just want to make sure that we're tying off the ends so that when I go to mess with her hair, we don't have issues. Because, like I said, part of it is that I want to be able to like play with her hair. I want to be able to style it and like do cute things with it. But in order to do that, I need it to not be like literally ripped out of her head when I pull on it. you know? um so that means I did see though that Arco, the movie that I watched the other day and then made my brother watch and that I love, is it was nominated, but it lost to K-pop Demon Hunters, which makes sense to me, but is still annoying because I think that I enjoyed K-pop Demon Hunters, don't get me wrong. I did enjoy it. But I think Arco is a better movie. I'm so sorry to say it, but I think Arco's a better movie. The only one I'm really happy about was Michael B. Jordan, Best Actors. Me and my girlfriend were rooting so hard for him. He totally deserved it. Sorry if you're a fan of Timothy. I loved K-pop Demon Hunters, but I just watching Arco. It just like it feels more like, I don't know. It felt more like art to me than K-pop Demon Hunters did. Um like one was like a film and one was a movie, you know, the vibe. Yes, I'm much more a fan of Michael B. Jordan than Timothy Chalamet. Like, yes, by like eons. I would have been so mad if Timothy Chalamet won. And I don't even care to say it. I don't even care. I would have been pissed. And, you know, Timothy Chalamet is a fine actor. You're not a fan of him. Okay. I'm not a fan. I'm just like not a fan. You know what I mean? Like, I have neutral feelings about him. But I am a fan of Michael B. Jordan. Hello, Sibley. Like, I don't hate him, but I don't get the hype. That's so fair. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like so like frat boy energy. And like, but like in an artsy package, you know? And I think that that's why it's like he's gotten away with so much. How is the hand puppet coming along? Good. I'm filling out her last little bit of her bald spot, and then I'm more of a Tom Holland. Yeah, Tom Holland's like the better Timothy Chalamet. I like Timothy Chalamet's sister. I forget her name. I think it's like it's something like old fashioned, like Patricia or something like that. Um His fan base is so mad. They can stay mad. Yes, enjoy his sister's. Yes, I love Sex Lives of College Girls. It's a great show. His sister is like, I mean, his sister looks like a girl version of him, or like he looks like a boy version of his sister because she's older. But I still like her more, just in general. Um, Seems Gen Z girls are so mesmerized. Yeah, he's like a Gen Z Leonardo. Yeah. She's fluent in French, but her character had to struggle. Yeah. Where is there any other one around here? No? Okay. Well, I'll just tie it to this one, I guess. I thought there was another one, but I guess not. I love when actors have to do that. Like, it honestly also, like, kind of tests their acting chops. Like, oh, I had to pretend to not be able to do this thing that I'm very good at. And, like, I think that. Okay, there we go. So now she, like, doesn't have a bald spot anymore. This goes back here. This goes up here. Is there more hair here that I am missing? I don't know. I feel like there should be. I feel like this is a bald spot. Why is there a bald spot there? I guess I'm gonna fill it in. Okay, we're gonna do one here and we're gonna do one here, and I think that should do it. Her name is something really like, I'm trying to think of it, and I'm doing a bad job. Okay. It's still kind of, maybe I'll go this way with it. Sorry if I bumped the camera. Where is the other one? There's just a loose hair in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Okay, so oh, they're right here? Oh yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I feel like Timothy also has like the advantage of like the Kardashian stands at this point, which is fine. That's fine. I don't really care. But I don't think that makes him a better actor or like more deserving than Michael, you know? Okay, there. Now that looks less like a bald spot, kind of. It's fine. So she's got a lot of hair on this side of her head. A lot, a lot. I hate this spot right here. Why is it doing that? Why does it look like that? Maple, hello. Love, how are you doing today? I hope that you're feeling good. Hello, hello. We're working on my puppet. And she's giving me some trouble with her bald spot. But I'm fine. I'm totally fine and cool about it. I manage. Yay, bald spot. Literally, she's just balding. And then I have to go in and dig around and try and find the hair that I just put in because I have to knot them inside of her head so that she can uh so that when I go to pull on a strand, it doesn't pull out of her head and it's actually secured. So all of her hair has been individually punch needled in, cut, and then tied to itself on the inside of her head. So it's been a very, very intricate process. um, but we're almost done. Well, by almost done, I mean we're about half done. We have this side of her head to do still. But I think that we can do that. I think I'm getting better at it. I don't hate the process as much as I did a minute ago. Um and I think that's because I've gotten a flow down for the uh I've gotten a flow for the tying because I feel like the tying was like the most annoying part after a while because I'm like, how am I going to keep track of all of the little individual things? I like this song too. I was just thinking that. I was like, oh, this is a nice song. And then so it's fun that you also were interested in it. Um, I also wore this shirt today specifically so that the orange wouldn't like bother me too bad because this from all the cutting and everything it like sheds on out and I have to keep fixing it. Okay. Her hair's tangled. Okay. The inside of her is also like all fuzzies, but I can't fix it until I'm done because I'll be just fixing it. I'll just be picking for like ever if I don't wait. But yeah, she's got half of her hair done, which looks crazy because she needs a haircut. But until she gets a haircut, this is how she's looking. And I'm also going to give her a hat. So she looks kind of flat up here right now, but I plan to give her a hat. So that should hopefully help as well. Um yeah. If I were to make more puppets, I think what I would do is make um puppets that are for like your actual hand. So like ones where you have like these three fingers in the head and then these are your hands. I think that I would make like smaller little hand puppets if I were to continue to make puppets. Because one, I just don't have the space to store all these giant Muppet puppets. Um and then I also um think that it's like a ton of work. So yes, so basically we have one side of her head done and now your daybed just lined up with puppets. I sleep there sometimes. I nap on that daybed, guys. I can't I can't be loading it up with stuffed animals as much as I want to. Or not things that I don't want to get squished, basically. That's why I have Bernard actually. I bought Bernard specifically. I'll go get it. Bernard is a stuffed animal that I specifically bought to sleep with because the stuffed animals that I have on my bed right now, I'll switch to just chatting. The stuffed animals that I have over here right now, they have like sentimental value for different reasons. And so I didn't want their like fur to get like matted down and I didn't want like them to get all like floppy more than they needed to be because I want to preserve them. So I bought Bernard specifically for snuggling because I wanted to be able to snuggle with a stuffed animal. And he's actually weighted, so he's like chunky. Like and he's Hugs and Cuddles brand. And so he's the one that I sleep with if I want to sleep with a stuffed animal. Um and I love him. But I would recommend the same. If you have sentimental stuffed animals, but you really want to sleep with a stuffed animal, I would recommend just getting a separate one. Where's Corinne? Because Bernard lost his hat. It's in my room. He still has it. Walmart doesn't have them anymore. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. They had Red Panda ones. You should maybe you can look up the brand. Um but yeah, his hat is in my room. It's just like it kept falling off. I'll go get it. He still has it. It just kept falling off, so I just let it stay off for a little while. I remember you telling me when you got him. Yeah. Um I just had put it in like this little I have when I bought this wooden box. I love the party animals. Thank you. Um when I bought this box, it had like three other boxes with it, and one of them is this is the biggest one. The second smallest one Oh no, the very smallest one is next to my bed. Um, and that's where I keep like my chapstick and my like hand lotion and like stuff like that. I'm feeling okay. I'm definitely still sick, but I feel like 10 times better than I did on Saturday. The resting has been helping, and so has Mucinex Sinus Max has also been helping. Um, so I've been doing that. I do actually need to put on deodorant. Sorry to keep getting up, but I realized I didn't put it on after my shower today, and I'm stinky. There we go. Now I'm not stinky anymore. I mean, clearly I can smell. Honestly, I haven't even been that like congested because as soon as I saw that it was happening or like felt that it was happening, I started taking medicine and sleeping a lot. So I like was right on top of it. So I haven't even been like I've been normal sniffly. Like I'm kind of like a snot nose streamer, so um that was me 2 weeks ago. Yeah, like so on Friday, I was working on my puppet and I was leaning my head down a lot during the day and I started to feel like a postnasal drip kind of vibe. And I was like, could this be just because there's a lot of like I said, this yarn does like shed. So I'm like, is it because there's like a lot of fluff and I'm leaning my head down? Like, could it be all of those things? And then like mixed with allergies, maybe. So I'm like, that could be why. And so I was like, let me just get off stream and try and like just like lay down and we'll see how it goes. But by Saturday, like when I woke up Saturday, I was sick. Like I was for sure sick. And I was like, no, I hate being sick, guys. Like I know no one likes being sick, but I hate being sick. And I think that it's because like I do have a pretty strong immune system, so I don't really get sick that often. And so when I do, I am mad about it. Um and I don't like when things like affect my ability to do stuff. So I was grumpy about it, but I just basically like started taking this every 4 hours and then like sleeping. Like I basically take a dose, go to sleep, wake up, watch some streams, take a dose, go to sleep, repeat all day Saturday. And then on Sunday slash yesterday, I was feeling a bit better. So I only ended up taking, I think, like 2 doses of this. Um, and I didn't take a nap until the afternoon, but I did take a nap. And then today, I definitely am still sick, but I do feel a lot better. Like I felt like I could get up, shower, put on makeup, stream. And like that was worlds ahead of what I was feeling like on Saturday. On Saturday, I was like, I'm never going to be normal again. I'm never going to be normal again. And everything is awful. And I'm going to be sick forever. And I hate everything. That's how I felt on Saturday. But actually, I'm fine. Also, hello, Salt Girl. Welcome in. We're working on Rainy. We're working on her hair. Also, Malachi. We've gotten like all of one side of her hair done. Still not cut because I'm gonna wait until I have like the whole thing done to cut her hair, but we have like one half of her hair all threaded and tied. So Luscious locks, yes. I can't wait to braid her hair. She is so cute, in my opinion. Okay. So for this side, I want to be kind of strategic about it because this side was so much. Now, do I have enough yarn? I think so, yes. But do I still want to be strategic? Also still yes. So I think what I want to do is go in. Okay. I also want to check out what I did on this side for like her around her ear. Okay. I did go like all the way down. There we go. Did you undo the braid that you had originally? It just fell out. I didn't secure it with anything. I didn't secure it with anything, so I so it just like untangled. Thank you. It wasn't a sneeze, it was like a again, like sometimes I feel like I'm inhaling some of this fluff, which could be true. Um so it kind of had me like cough, but anyway, it's fine. Um so basically what I want to do is oh, whoops. I don't even know how long I want her hair, which is why I keep kind of just doing it randomly. It would probably be better if I measured it, but I just keep doing it like arm's length, basically. Oh, I'm gonna need to just do these closer. The top part is also difficult because you really have to like get it really close together in order for her not to look like she's balding. Um like avoiding a bald spot is kind of a weirdly big deal in puppet making apparently. Um like this is going to be a problem. This like line where I don't have hair yet. I'm going to need to fill that in. But I'm going to do that later because I just need to like get a base down and then I think filling it in will be easier. Because the way that I did it before was just like very dense. Like I went for density over like neatness. And I think that's great. However, I think like from a actual like structural standpoint, I could have been more careful. Um because trying to knot everything after I had done like a million threads was such a pain in the ass. So now what I'm doing is um instead of just doing like a million strands and then figuring it out, like this is like 10 strands and I'll go in and I'll knot all 10 and then we'll do another row of like 10 strands and that will be how we fill out this side of her head. Because again, like this is fine but it is like messy. So we're gonna give it some help. I also repainted my nails, so you guys don't have to see my gross chipped nails anymore. I keep hearing something vibrate, which I would think might be my... Okay, yeah, that was my phone. There's a squirrel frolicking in your backyard. Spring has sprung. That also means the storm is probably almost over. If the animals are coming out and like running around, that probably means you might be done with your big storm. We have another wave or something coming through later, but yeah, rain is done for now. Yeah. Well, that's good. A couple of birds out too. Aw, cute. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the results of the awards last night, even though I didn't like watch them myself. From what I heard, everything was like okay. It was like as I had expected it. Oop. We don't want to throw these. These are very pointy and sharp. Okay, I'm gonna deal with this line after we deal with like more. Welcome in. Thank you for getting your cup of tea. After we do like more layers down here, I think is the plan. Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll do... Yeah, that'll be fun. How long can we stay like this? Leaving in for one more kiss. I'm holding you so long. I'm so excited for her long, luxurious hair. Let me also like we'll turn this because I'm kind of leaning back a little bit more, so I want you guys to be able to like actually see what I'm working on. Hello, Kaylee. Welcome in. Thank you for getting your cup of tea. 76? Oh my Lanta. I made it home. Yay! Currently under a puppy pile after an overnight flight. So I wanted to stop by and say hi before I take a nap. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. I appreciate it so much. So glad that you could stop by. This is how I wanted to do the hair the last time, and I just like wasn't paying attention. And like I was just making a mess of the hair. So I'm glad that I could bring it back around. Hello, Renegade. We're working on our puppet. Honestly, part of it could have been that I was streaming for like 5 hours by the time that I got to the point of doing the hair, and then also um was starting to get sick. So I think it's possible that my brain just wasn't really functioning the way that I wanted it to be at the time of execution. Where's the there it is. Okay, cool. Yes, we are tying off hair follicles inside of our puppet. So basically, this, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like lots and lots of yarn in there. Because every single strand has to be tied off inside of her head. Um, which is a little bit intense, but we're working through it. And I'm honestly a little bit concerned that we're not going to have enough yarn, but like only a little bit. Only a little bit concerned because I think that we will have enough, but I'm a teeny tiny bit concerned that we won't. So I actually think that I'm going to pop in up here and fill in this awkward bald spot that she has now so that I don't, because it would be easier to cover up a bald spot down here than it is to cover up a bald spot up here.
Join the club.
Thank you so much for Star. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate you so much. Okay. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, great. So we're gonna fill in her hair up here in a way that will hopefully fill in this bald spot. And I'm also going to be keeping a much closer eye on tying it off because at this, in this area, it's a lot harder to tell if you, wait, where'd the other strand go? I just put a strand through. Where did it go? Is this, no? Oh, it's right here, I think. Yeah. Okay, great. also possible that if you trim stuff off, the shorter pieces can use for the lower spots. That's also very, very true. Yeah. So I'm not super concerned. I think I can do this whole thing without um needing um without needing to like get more yarn, you know, which would be my main concern is like I don't want to buy a whole nother thing of yarn for like this much hair. So I don't think we'll need to do that, which is great. Y'all, I've been watching so much like bad I've been watching so much like 90 Day Fiance type reality television, and it's crazy. These people have insane relationships. Uh, like, and when I say insane relationships, I mean like these people don't even like they don't even know each other, let alone like each other, let alone want to get married to each other. Like, guys, what is happening here? It's absolutely insane. I have never seen anything like it. I used to watch it so much. Oh, I'm entertained. I'm super entertained, but I'm like, you guys are bawling your eyes out about how much you love each other and how much, like, you need this to work out because, like, blah, blah, blah. Y'all don't love each other. Y'all don't even know each other. Y'all have nothing in common. What the hell is happening here? Usually it's like a one-sided, like, sexual attraction. That's usually what it is. And then the other person is just really nice or wanting to come to the States and then realizing that it actually sucks here. And they're like, actually, I want to go home. And I'm like, yes, you probably just should go home. And I'm not saying that as somebody who's like, don't come to my country. It's more like, no, like, you don't understand. It sucks here. It sucks. And it's a mess. It's like I also watched this episode of Adventure Time the other day where the Cosmic Owl. So if you know anything about Adventure Time, there's this character called the Cosmic. I've been seeing clips from the new age gap show and it's wild. I'm sure that it is. Um if it's anything like 90 Day Fiance, it's probably insane. Um but yeah, basically, um, the Cosmic Owl is this like inter dimensional uh being that is in charge of prophetic dreams. Um and he goes into a dream and sees like this sexy bird lady and he's like, "Oh my god, I love her." And so he starts to pursue her and like look for her in other dreams. And so he finds her in one of them and he's like uh they talk about eating shrimp puffs versus eating little cocktail weenies. And then they laugh at somebody falling over, right? And then the dream ends. And then he finds her in a different dream and um she they're having like an okay time. He takes them to a completely separate dream, the dream of Princess Bubblegum. And she starts doing fucking crazy shit and being like evil, right? This bird lady starts being evil in the dream. And he's like, "What are you doing? We could have been like, we were going to be so good together." And I'm like, "No, you were so good with the idea in your head of her. This is her. You didn't know her." And it just like that fully like encompasses what 90 Day Fiancé feels like. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Crazy shit. Right. I mean, like, I think it's a good lesson to have in the show of like, you don't know them, you're not in love with them, like, you thought that they were cute, and that's great, and you made up this idea of them in your head, but that's not who they really are, and, like, it doesn't magically make you guys compatible, and so I think it's a good message to have in the show, but it's also, like, so real, like, I'm also watching real life shows where that's really happening, and I'm like, "What the fuck is happening?" Tired of dirt roads named after high school friends, grandfathers, and motherfuckers here still don't know they caught the Boston bomber. Jam slow, I swear my organ's failing. Since then it's been smooth sailing. I would leave if only I could find a reason. I mean, because I grew up in New England. Okay. I'm trying to give you guys like a good angle of what I'm doing, but I keep moving farther and farther back in my chair. So it's like harder and harder to get an angle. Like 5 students messaged me over lunch. I'm not ready for them to be back. Like 5 of your student employees or 5 like random students? Employees, yeah. Why did they all email you? What do they need? I absolutely never emailed my boss when I worked at my university, unless I was like, I need this day off. That was the only reason I ever emailed her. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So that's fair. I guess some things never change. And mostly Teams messages, not even emails. So I've been ignoring the notifs so they don't see that I've read them. That's fair. Sometimes depending on the job that I've worked at, I'll just turn off my read receipts. I don't know if they're like mandatory where you work, but I mean, then you can't see if they've read your message either. Right. So there's like a trade-off. But I mostly just don't want them to see that I've read it. Um, so I don't really care if I see whether they've read my message or not. Everything good happens after your hands on my body. Slow dates. Okay, two more, and then her bald spot is pretty much covered. I mean, it's like still a little bit there, but it's really not noticeable compared to what it was before. I just opened my laptop. Another one. Ooh, are we at another knot? Kind of. I should be able to pull this one through, though. Hopefully. Maybe not. Okay. That's annoying. We are kind of at the end of the thread, though, so I'm trying not to be judgy about it. At least they're communicating. I mean, that's fair. I guess that's fair. Freaking the club. Get back. Okay, even though I got sick at the BB No Money concert, I really did enjoy it. And then the other day, Malachi and Sengai went to a rave in a tunnel, and I am kind of jealous. Like, I feel like I would have had fun doing that. Now, I live 1,700 miles away, and I was sick, so I wouldn't have been able to go regardless. But still, it sounds like fun. Um, with people needing shit from me. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Monday is a little rough. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So when Malachi was planning out his Saturday, he had a lot of things. Like there was like South by Southwest, there was like brunch with a friend, there was a Twitch meetup, there was a concert, and then this like rave thing. But it didn't say rave. It was like midnight spectacular with like DJ whatever or something like that, like midnight gospel. Like it was like it sounded like religious, but like in a hippie way, not in like a actual religion way. And my mind the whole time is like, that's a rave. But I didn't say anything. I was just like, whatever. And then by the time that they were like on their way, they were like, oh yeah, we're on our way to this tunnel rave. And I'm like, I knew it was a fucking rave. I knew it was a rave the whole time. And I've never even been to a rave. And I still knew it was a rave. It just screamed rave. When me, my friend. Okay. Also, by the way, yes, it is fucking warm in here in this glove and like with it on my lap. Like, this is hot. We're two different things. I didn't go to the midnight church thing, unfortunately. Well, I still knew you were going to a rave. I don't know how I knew. I was just like, I smell the rave on this day. Where's the other string? Hello, Danny. Thank you for lurking. I hope you're having a good Monday. Inside of this puppet head is so warm. My hand is like sweating. Um, and I'm dying. I also have a cold, so that's also making me die. Thank you for that hydrate. Working hella because I have half of the week off. Yes. Do you have it off for like a good reason? Hydrate, but it's for you to wash your hands. Yeah, I can wash my hands. Ooh. Hands have been washed. Yeah, my friends are coming in from Europe. That's so fun. Oh, I'm so excited for you. That's so fun. And the most exciting part of my week is that the snow is starting to melt finally. That's the best part of my week so far. Okay. Alrighty. Now we can fill in this triangle of her head. But first I need to cut little spots. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then honestly, I'm gonna do a second row just so I don't have to cut them again. 1. And then we'll get going on this. I'm so excited for her hair to be done. It's been a fun experience to do it like this because I've never used a punch needle before. But it's also been incredibly challenging. So I've learned a lot, but I also am ready for it to be done. Hello, Crimson. Thank you so much for redeeming your tea. Also, if you'd like. I just think, like, I don't know, I like doing fun things. And that seemed like it was fun. I think maybe after all of the things you did that day, y'all were a little tired. I think that could be true. But it seemed like it was fun. I like doing that kind of stuff. Okay, so we have 8 hairs. She's got so much hair, guys. Oh my god, the video for this song is so fun. They don't have it uploaded onto Spotify. Let me pull it up. Okay, we're gonna skip, but then I'm gonna pause so that I can pull up the video on the screen. Let's just make it smaller. Will that work? Oh, it's so small. Okay, I'll adjust. Happy Monday, if such a thing exists. I feel that. I feel that in my soul. Okay, we will just make this kind of like this size, and I shall play this for you. Wait. Isn't this so fun? I just had, sorry for the detour. I just had to show you guys the video. Son, I'm sick. Yeah. On Friday, thought like maybe it was just like, oh, I could thank you so much. I was like, maybe it's just because like I've been like huffing yarn fluff for the last like 5 hours, or maybe it's because I've been talking all week and I went to the concert and now my throat's sore or whatever. Like, I was trying to make so many excuses, and then on Saturday I was like, I'm actually sick. And I felt like crap. And I feel a lot better now. Oh yeah, no, it was definitely that I got it at the concert for sure. But I was trying to like pretend like maybe I didn't get it at the concert and maybe I was actually just fine. Um, but I definitely caught something at the concert, which is so unfortunate. Um, yeah, concert flu. Um, but I feel a bit better now. Been taking meds and, drinking lots of fluids, taking lots of naps, all kinds of good stuff that you should do when you're sick. I've been doing it all. Honestly, shocked I didn't get sick in the tunnel. Oh yeah, no, because I didn't. So I went to the concert Wednesday. So you went to the tunnel Saturday. So let me look at a calendar. Okay, so Wednesday. So that's, yeah, I didn't start feeling sick until Friday afternoon. So you could still start feeling sick like this afternoon and have like the same thing that I had. Or even like tomorrow, you could start feeling it. Cuz that's what happened to me. Is like I felt fine Thursday, and the first half of Friday I felt also totally fine, and then it hit me. So, you definitely could still get it, but I hope that you don't. If you aren't feeling sick yet, go get some like emergency or something. Or like drink some orange juice. I meant to go to the grocery store on the way home from class, but my problem is always I forget about anything other than going home and reuniting with Kitty. No, that's so fair. I'm not, I think I would do the same thing. Ooh, I pressed a button. Oh no, I pulled it out. That happens sometimes, don't worry. I can put it back in. Left it. Play but I live. I still dilate 2299316 Oh, there is heaven in your eyes. I feel like every generation has like a phone number in a song. Like there was like 8675309. Then there was um wait, can I pause this? I don't remember the beginning, but it was like 9988212, which is in Kiss Me Through the Phone. Um it might be like 678 999 8212. That might be. the number. And then this one also, which I also know. I knew it. I knew it. Slay. I still dilate 2299317. Um, it's a song from 2005, which also works out with the timeline. Yeah. It works out with the timeline of like, and I'm sure there's one in the 90s too, but I just can't think of it. But yeah, I feel like every era there needs to be like a phone number in a song. So like mine was 678 999 8212. Kiss Me Through the Phone by Soldier Boy. But then this one also I do love. Is not strong. Yeah, I would say mine also is not super strong. Mine more leans into like R&B and like mild hip hop versus hip hop rap. Because I think instead of going towards rap as I got older, I went towards alternative and like really veered off in that direction. Oh no, I ripped it out again. Where's the other one? It's this one. Okay. Where is it? Or is this tied down? This is tied. Okay. Tied to what? So there's just one that's not tied to something. How did that happen? 2005 was like Christian rock radio Disney era. That does not surprise me at all. Like, that tracks. And I mean that in the best way. Yeah. But at least we all um it would have been my big Simple Plan era. Yeah. What's like the main one like from Simple Plan? Is it like Now I have to find it. Perfect. I mean, I'm just a kid is like honestly like the whole album, whatever album that is called, is very I'm not saying that out loud. That album, a lot of good things, but Perfect was the one that I like latched onto. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't think that it's like, we all are doing the best with what we've got. You know my upbringing too, which was a hot fucking mess compared to yours, so I think that it tracks that I would be listening to. Yeah. That's why I was like, I'm not saying that out loud. Hence the church puppeteering. No, fair. That's fair. I was in 2005 I was I had just moved schools. I went from living in a trailer to living in a house with my stepdad. And not the stepdad that I have now, a different stepdad. Um and I was spending a lot of time on the phone with my friends and listening. Oh, I was like big into Hillary Duff in 2005, I think. And like Lindsay, all I mean, to be fair, I think I did also have kind of a Radio Disney kind of phase too. I wasn't listening to actual Radio Disney, but I was listening to like Disney Star albums, which would have been on Radio Disney in 2005 because I was 10. I didn't start branching out into like other music until like I remember being on Zwinkies in like 2007, I think. And when did No Air come out? Can I go to album? Yeah, 2007. So No Air came out in 2007, and if you played Zwinkies at that time, you would know that in the shoe store it just played No Air on repeat in there. And I think that was like kind of the start of like my transition from like the CDs that I had to more like my iPod, which I could have different stuff on. And then it just spiraled out of control from there, and I became a heathen. Thank you. Okay. So, look how much hair she has. It's not done because she still has like a giant bald spot back here. That I want to fill in a little bit, but she's almost done. I could probably fill this in with like how I did last time with like a spiral. Putting on a country tune? Okay. I support you. We don't really have a ton of rules for the song requests. Just like keep it in like general vibes. Like if we're listening to like, you know, soundtrack music, don't put on like a screamo song, like that sort of vibe, but like mostly we're chill with whatever here. Remember when they used to be like twice as expensive? I'm not listening to any rules. Okay. Guys, Malachi finally modded me in his stream. Now I can pin things that I think are funny. They scare you sometimes. I mean, they've always been good. Like, I feel like we have some that have made it into like permanent rotation. Like buzzin'. Thank you so much for that lurk. Like all of Ryan. Yeah, Ryan. Hey, didn't I once say I would hand over my sword to you? That's true. Still took him like a week and a half to give me a sword, but it's fine. Out here trying to break the rules. Yeah. Okay, she's got so much hair. Y'all, if you know anybody that makes wigs, send them peace and love and prayer because this is crazy. And I feel like this is similar to what making a wig would be like. Okay, that's 10. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll make it work. Unmitigated chaos? What about it? What about unmitigated chaos? This is very country. This is basically classical music in today's country world. I will say, like, while I've never been like a fan of country, like somebody who goes out of my way to listen to it, because of where I live, I have been exposed to a lot of country. I basically, like, people say that I live in the south of the north. So do with that what you will. Chops off the dogs. Ada is fighting. I support you, by the way. My dad loves country music, yeah. Is he from the north also? Thank you. I think you're so cool. I love you so much. Yes, we're working on our puppet, and she's got so much hair that it's like crazy. It's like I have a blanket on my lap. Like she is like a blanket. She's very warm. I do not need to be worried about being cold around her. You just want that so that you can torment Ada. At this point, it's targeted. One side of her hair is going to be curlier than the other side. As you can see, that we're getting to the bottom of the yarn where it's starting to get kind of curly. Thank you so much. Enjoy your lurk. Don't worry, I'll never take your founder's badge away. Ever, ever. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're working on the hair, but the thing with the hair is that I have to basically punch needle every single strand into her head. So what I have to do is I have to cut cut a little hole in the fleece because the punch needle isn't sharp enough to go through the fleece by itself. So I have to cut a tiny little hole in the fleece, and then I have to punch needle through, and then I have to cut it from the punch needle, go inside and tie it to another strand so that it can't be pulled out. And then repeat that process like a million times. We're getting really close to being done with the hair, which I'm very excited about because then I can also clean up all the fuzzies. There are so many fuzzies. Okay, this one is so long in here for what reason? No. Which one is this one? That's good. Okay. And then so this is her like final bald spot that we have to fill in. So to fill it in, now basically what I'm doing is I'm going down this because like we were just doing like sort of back and forth on the top to fill it in the most like full. And then now what we're doing is we're gonna kind of like triangle inward here, which we also sort of did here, hence why it's a little bit more sparse because I don't think that this, like I think honestly I could even leave it like this and she'd be fine. Um yes, no, definitely. All right, jumping back into work. Have a good day at work, Liz. Thank you for being here. Um and I will see you soon. I hope that your day goes well. Um, but yeah, so we've got to do a lot of this action. I already cut the little holes for this row because um I feel like if I can batch anything, I want to do it. I prefer personally, like my brain works better in batches than it does like in like individual steps. Like if I can do one thing over and over again for a little while and then do a different thing over and over again for a little while, that's helpful to me. Um so but yeah, we're getting down to the bottom of the yarn. Where's the here it is. But we should absolutely have enough. So I'm not that worried. Okay. Whew. Honestly, I'm going to put this back on the ground because it was easier down there. Okay. But yeah, so like this part, honestly, like I said, she could probably even do without having like any hair in this section. It wouldn't be that noticeable when I'm puppeting her. But I don't want her to have a bald spot, so I will fill it, but it'll just be more sparse than like up here where it's like pretty thick. So we just have to go in and make sure we're tying off all of her little strings so that she doesn't, you know, get all of her hair ripped out the second I start messing with it. It'll also help too when I start to, um, when I start to cut her hair, it'll keep it from like changing in length after I cut it, you know, like being pulled in at different um lengths. So this will keep it all the same length. Okay, great. So much little tying of little tiny knots. Okay. Whew. So many fuzzies. Okay. So now I'm going to cut more little holes. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to do this little triangle. Ooh, I missed one. Sometimes that happens. Y'all, I'm sweating. This thing is so warm. Okay, and then we'll do this. I love working on my puppet. It's so fun because it's like I want to keep working on her because like I want her to be like done. But then at the same time, I don't want her to be done because then I can't work on her anymore, you know? Do any of you like crafters kind of feel that way or like artists? Do you ever feel that way when you're making stuff? Okay, here we go. Here's this part. Yeah, okay. All right. Pizza Jemai. All the time. Yeah. It's just like I want it. Like I want to keep working on it cuz then like I'll have this cool finished thing. But then it's like, well, then I don't get to work on it anymore. And that's kind of sad. Oh. I wonder how I'm gonna manage to get all the fuzz out of this head. I don't know if I will be able to. I could probably take like a lint roller and just like kind of swirl her around on it, you know? Um, then I think, yeah, these two. Okay, cool. Okay, now we're just gonna. I want an even number, but they can be kind of random. This is her bald spot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. I want an even number so that I like have one to tie on to every single one that I do, but we're gonna be cutting it a little close. She's gonna have a whole ball of yarn on her head. Why is this so satisfying? I know, right? It is quite satisfying. But it is also very warm. So I'm toasty right now. We're getting right down to the end of this thing. We might not even have technically enough. But I'm gonna try. We have 5 more to do because I'm kind of rushing because I want to like make sure that I have, not that I want to make sure that I have enough because like technically it won't, if I don't have enough, rushing won't change it, but I'm eager, I guess, to see if I'll have enough. Okay. Oop. Okay, so it looks like we had enough to do her bald spot. So now I just need to tie them all down and then let's take a look at her and see if I need to add any anywhere. Time to get ready. You used to make much out of that kind of stuff. Okay. When I did the other side, there were like a few moments where I was like, oh, I need to fill in here or I need to fill in here. So that's why I was hoping we'd have like a little bit extra just so that I could do some of that filling in afterwards. Because I feel like there will likely be um a bald spot here or there on her head. This looks nice on you still. Always will. Is this everything? This might be all of them. Oh my gosh, she has so much hair. Holy crap. I'm gonna trim her bangs, obviously, so that they're like more like baby bangs. But this is like so much hair. I mean, I think she looks less scary with hair for sure. Like I think she looks more friendly with hair. But yeah, look at that. I love her. Okay. Let me I think she's good on like her hair. This is what it looks like when she tips her hair upside down. A little uneven. You can tell that this side is more full than this side is, but it is all full hair. So I'm just gonna like kind of do that thing that those birds do and like pick out all the fuzz off of her head, or as much as I can while I have a second. And then I will probably turn off my other camera and we'll switch to regular sized camera so that I can use my tripod to hold her up. I guess I could use my other tripod. We could double up on my tripod situation. Hello. Yes, Sunny has hair. And I'm trying to like take all the little fuzzies out from inside of her, but it's really like not gonna happen. Like, there's just so much. The entire inside of her head is like a blanket. Um, okay, let me see if I can grab it, actually. This is all that was left of the ball of yarn. So not a lot. Let's we're gonna do that. And then I'm gonna make it shorter using these ones. The bottom ones. Let's put her body on it first. Hopefully that will work. Maybe it won't. My peanut butter jelly. I'm glad you guys can't see what I'm doing because it's horrifying. Basically, I'm trying to secure her onto my other tripod so that I can give her a haircut. And it looks scary from my angle. Okay. She looks so silly. Okay. If I can switch to look how long her hair is though. It's hella long. But I need something like this to be happening so that I can sort out what's happening with her hair. Yes, she's very cute, but it's a little bit intense while she's like still in this state. Okay. Let me actually switch to this. Oh, actually, let's studio mode this so that I don't make you guys like motion sick. Oh, you can see my closet, which is open and gross looking. Let me close that. There we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now you guys can see her a little bit better. Hello. I'm trying to adjust my tripod so that it's in a position that is able for me to like work with her. How goes it? It's going well. I'm sick today. Today I'm sick, but generally I'm doing good. Wow, I did not mean to make her hair this long. I was just going for it. I didn't care. So I'm gonna have a lot of scrap, but I can use that scrap for other stuff. I'll keep it just because there's gonna be so much. What are the lashes made of? They are lash strip. Yeah, they are falsies. I sewed them on. Slay. They're actually a pair of Rainy's lashes, which is my clown persona. So they're a little bit more intense than my normal eyelashes that I wear. Like I wear falsies during stream like every day. Um, but these are a little bit more intense than those. Okay. I need to cut her bangs and I'm scared. Okay. Okay. That's one side. I think it's nice. I am like freaking out though about doing this. Yeah, I think it's going okay. I'm sweating because I just had my hand inside of like a blanket for the last 3 hours. But then also because I'm nervous that I'm gonna mess it up. Okay. I like it. I like them. I might add like another couple of hairs right in this section. But I think they look cute. And now that my hand is not like inside of her mouth like a bunch, I could probably put these back just to show you what it would look like. Ready. Come on. Okay. Now let's see if we can part her hair in the back. And how does that look? Does that look crazy? Not really. She has so much hair. How many strands is this? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. What are those going on her face? Like, yeah, they're like clown makeup. Yeah. She's technically a jester, which I think will read better when she is like dressed. That's why her skin is white. Okay. Right now that will do. I don't want to cut it quite yet because I want to, because like there's like a lot left basically. But I don't want to cut it quite yet because I think that I want to make sure I have her hair the way I want it before I like cut it to anything, you know? Like I don't really know how I want it to be, so if I want her If I want it to like tie in the back, I would need it to be a little bit longer, you know. Yes, she has a head again. She does. Maybe these three are better than Yeah, this is Sunny. This is my puppet. So we're braiding some of her hair. It's going good. Been trying to work on my puppet, which is been good, but it's warm. I'm like sweating. Yeah, we were talking about how she looks a bit like the Count yesterday. Um, or not yesterday, Friday, when we were last working on her. Um, which I think is so funny because it is kind of true. But now she has hair, so less like the Count, in my opinion. Oh yeah, and this side of her hair is a lot shorter than the other side. Oh no, not burning your tongue on soup. That's the worst. Hello, ghost. Welcome in. Okay. I think that I might take this one off. When you put your hand in the puppet, will you feel the ball of hair inside? A little bit, yeah. So it's not really a ball of hair, it's like lined with hair. But yes, I do feel it a little bit. Thankfully it's like kind of higher up though, because like when I have my hand, it's like directly on the mouth plate versus like the rest of her head is kind of above that. But it's very warm in there. Puppeting is not a summer activity. I will tell you that. Do I have? I do. And we read, oh my god, that's so exciting. Okay. Whew, I needed to put my hair up because this hair is wild. Okay. She needs like a bump it. But I'm gonna give her a hat, so it's okay. Do y'all know what a bump it is? Or are you very young? Okay, so when I'm gonna do this, there is sort of like a line at the back of her head that you can kind of see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of like crisscross the hair so that it looks like it's not patchy. And that like the back is even. So you can kind of see now it's like making it look more like she has um naturally a like she doesn't have the bald spot basically. So if you are doing something similar and you want to hide a bald spot, just crisscross the hair. And then no one will even know. She will look like she has a very full and luxurious head of hair, which she does. She does have a very full and luxurious head of hair. It's just like nearly impossible to get something this thick to not show scalp unless you do this sort of like crisscrossy technique. Um I wanted to do like big braids, but I'm honestly not sure if it'll look good because they're gonna be huge. Like this is a giant braid. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this or not. It would help me keep her hair in order, because like she has a lot of hair. But I would still run into issues with um it just being incredibly bulbous. Okay, let me tie this off just to kind of get the vibe. Um, so I mean, I think it's like sort of cute, but I think it might be too much. Cause like I really honestly I can't even like have it go like this. Like let's swing this back around. Yeah, like that's so chonky. And if I have it going back down this way, I mean that looks kind of cute. I might be able to get on board with that. And I was thinking of doing the reason I left these three out was because I was thinking about doing like a much smaller braid with just like these 3 strands. So we have this one, which is 9 strands, and then we have the one in the back, which is like 100 strands. And then I'm making this little tiny one, which is just 3 strands in a braid. And then I was gonna maybe do like some kind of swooping kind of vibe or something. Oh, my arms are getting tired. How many of you can braid? Do you guys know how to braid? So basically, I was thinking of taking this and then like kind of like doing like a little extra loop, or even like both of them kind of back here. I can, but it's harder on myself. Oh yeah, I only like just learned how to French braid like 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm 30, so I never learned how to braid, but I feel like I could get the feel for it quickly. Yeah. Oh, you honestly can't even really tell this is a braid because it's just like 3 strands of this fluffy stuff wrapped around each other. But I don't want to. I feel like for the vision, I need to give it a shot. I at least want it as long as this other braid that I have, which you kind of can't see the end of it, but we're getting there. Okay, let's do a little bit of a little tie off here. I've been using the scraps from cutting her bangs to tie off the braids. Okay, so I was thinking maybe I could do like have one still down and then like have one kind of like looped around or something where like it could be kind of cutesy. Like maybe I wrap it so that it's like around the back. I don't know. Or I could just leave these two out. She's got too much hair. Mistakes were made. Okay. So if I'm gonna do something similar on the other side, at least to try, we need to leave out 3 strands of hair, which I can do. Here we go. Okay, perfect. Do I think that will Yeah, that's fine. Okay. My biggest issue right now is that her braid is like too big. There's too much. That it's like a little bit wild in my opinion. But there are worse things than a big chunky braid. She could be bald. Not that being bald is bad. I just don't want her to be bald. Okay. How did I start that one? I think I started in this direction, so we'll do that again. There we go. Okay. My arms are tired, y'all. I might need to take a break after this. Okay. Yeah. And then I will take, honestly. There we go. This side has a lot of hairs that are shorter than the other side. So I will need to cut it. Like, I will need to cut the other side at least to match this side. Okay, she's kind of cute. Maybe I'll redo the other braid so that it's a lot looser. Because I feel like I was doing it too tight. And therefore it was like not reading as braid, which I do want it to read as braid. See, it just kind of starts to muddy up if you start letting it get like too tight. How can I do this? Okay, there we go. So basically I want to undo this braid and do it looser. Oh my god. So many things. Remind me not to do this again. I should have like crocheted it instead. At least then I could frog it. Okay. I got it. Welcome back from the ads. Basically, all that you missed was me annoyedly undoing a braid that I did way too tight. Um so that I could do it again, but looser. She kind of looks crazy right now. Okay. Whew. I'm honestly thinking I might not even give her forearms because I think I want her shirt to be like so flowy that she like it won't even show. So I'm kind of thinking I'm not going to give her forearms. Because basically she's going to be her shirt's going to be so flowy that like her hands will just kind of be sticking out of her shirt that's like almost tent like in its flowiness. Okay, what do we think? I'm covered in fluff. And so is she. Okay. We are gonna raid out because I think we're at a good stopping point for today. I just want to see who might be a good place to go. There's so many cuties live. I think though we're gonna go over to Chibi's. We're gonna go over to Chibi's. Chibi is a friend of mine who I met at TwitchCon. Um, she is British and adorable and funny and is building Lego today. So a Lego Eevee, I think. So I felt like that like sort of crafting vibe fit nicely. If you guys want to follow me on my socials, they can be found here. And then if you want to copy a raid message, that can be found here. If you're subbed, you can use the owls, and if you're not subbed, you can use the hearts. And yeah, thank you so much for being here today. I'm hoping I'll be less sick tomorrow so I can stream longer, or if not longer, then at least like with more energy. I feel pretty good today, but definitely still not feeling 100%. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you all have a great day, and say hi to Chibi for me. Yeah, bye.